There are people there from all over the world, Europe, the US, Canada. They're very, very jealous that I have the luck to live in Australia. People come from all over the world to see these insects, believe it or not, especially WA being the hot spot, the mecca, if you like, of Maratus. They're researchers from all over the world and just people who are simply interested. They are, I'd have to say, the most beautiful spiders that I know of. Unique. And much more intelligent people even understand that they are actually very much cat-like in the way that they hunt. They will stalk their prey. They have, of course, they're amazing dancers, and they're extremely intelligent. My name is Aaron Trujillo, and I am a macro photographer. I do lots of styles of photography. One of my main ones and one of my main passions would have to be insect and spider macro photography. And in that, I'm very lucky to live in Australia, where we have peacock jumping spiders known as Maratus. They are about the size of a grain of rice, very, very small, only found in Australia, with a few species, a small handful of species that are found elsewhere, but the majority of Maratus, all Maratus, are really found only in Australia. Maratus peacock spiders perform a dance and a song, believe it or not, for their partners. This is how the male wins over a female, and during when they first are born, they don't have bright colors, but as it comes to breeding season, they will molt, eventually becoming brighter and brighter, and that is what they use to attract their females. Only males have it, of course. Females are much more dull coloured, but yes, only males of the Maratus species have got those vibrant colours. Their lifespan is only a few months, and during the overall lifespan of a Maratus from the moment it's born will probably be around the 4 to 6 month range, but they only come into colours in the last 2 or 3 months of their life when they reach adulthood. The male will no longer be able to breed, and eventually, as summer hits, the males will eventually die off. The females will go underground to deposit their eggs and look after them for a short while, but from then on the eggs are there to fend off by themselves. They mainly eat insects, flying insects. They are not known to pass up another spider, so they have been known to be cannibals. The females specifically can be very, very hungry around breeding time. It's actually part of, this is kind of a little bit difficult to explain, but it is actually in many spider species the fact that the male is willing to sacrifice himself for the female so that the female will then have food to produce the eggs that he has fertilized. With the Maratus, it's not so cut and dry, but they do eat mainly other insects, and whenever they can, even one of themselves. Maratus love, the number one thing that you must always look for when you're looking for a Maratus is eucalyptus leaf litter. I have never found them very far from them. Water is also very, very important, of course, having a water nearby. They do live in short grasslands such as the kind that we have here nearby, but they do not like tall grass. I've never found them in tall grass. They're rarely above knee level, and most of the time you'll find them on the ground. The easiest way to find them is probably just walk around them waiting to see what jumps. Otherwise, if you have more patience, squat down and have a look what's around you. You'll eventually see something jumping, and that's where you want to lock your eyes on and see what you've got. Maratus are seasonal, meaning that the only time you'll see specifically the males will be around spring. The rest of the time you may see other type of jumping spiders, specifically common jumping spiders, which we all have indoors. But Maratus are very much, they wait for the first few days of spring, and that's really when the main action happens. Towards the end of November, we'll probably start to see them slow down, and by December you won't see many around. They're definitely seasonal, and the start of spring is the high season for them. The best time of the day to see them is probably before midday. It's very much dependent on the weather. At the start of spring, when it's a little bit cooler, they're more than willing to come out in almost any time during the day. But as the heat comes in and we start getting closer to summer and later spring, they will avoid midday sun. So your best times to find that will be early in the morning between 9 to 11, and then once again later in the afternoon after midday, so after 3 o'clock up until sundown. They will always avoid extreme heat. They don't like cold. If you do have a colder day, I always tell people look for where the sun is hitting the ground, because that's where they will look for warmth so they can be active.